During our 14-month journey through over 100 European cities, we booked our Colosseum visits super last minute during peak season and still had an incredible experience, but there are definitely things we do differently.
In this video, we're breaking down the main ticket options, when and where to buy them, and everything you need to know before you go.
Let's start with the most important and the most stressful part, getting tickets.
With Rome high up on seemingly every travel bucket list, tickets sell out fast, oftentimes weeks in advance.
There's a lot of different types of tickets available, so we'll just focus on the main ones. And good news, every ticket we're about to mention comes with access to the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill, which you should absolutely not skip.
First, the standard 24-hour ticket, which gives you access to the upper levels only, plus an audio guide app.
Solid option if your goal is simply to check stood inside the Colosseum off your bucket list, which you won't get any judgment from us on.
You'll pick a timed entry slot for the Colosseum and then have 24 hours from that time to visit the Forum and Palatine Hill, which don't require pre-booked time slots.
The arena floor ticket swaps the upper levels for timed access to the arena floor instead, where the gladiators actually fought. Same rules apply for the Forum and Hill access on this one.
The attic ticket gives you access to the upper levels plus the recently restored attic. Perfect if you want stunning aerial views over Rome, but no arena floor or underground access.
Finally, the most popular is the full experience ticket, and for good reason. This includes access to the upper levels, arena floor, and the underground. It's for those who want the most complete Colosseum experience, which also makes it the toughest to get. The underground requires accompaniment by a licensed guide, which makes booking it through the official Colosseum website more or less impossible, as you have to hire a third-party guide anyway.
So, where should you actually buy tickets? We recommend either the official Colosseum website or an authorized third party such as Get Your Guide, which was our choice. The official website has one major advantage, which is price, as tickets start around 18 euros, but that's essentially where the pros end.
The site has 9 different ticket types, some for annual pass holders only. It's not the most intuitive to navigate, and availability is often extremely scarce. Tickets go on sale 30 days in advance at 8:45 a.m. Central European Time, and during peak season can sell out within minutes of release. It's stressful to try and time, and it often feels like a near impossible challenge to get tickets that fit your plans for the day and time you need, if you can get them at all.
We've also heard that even with a time ticket, entry queues can back up as the day goes on, potentially eating into your day in Rome. The one scenario where we'd check the official website is for same-day availability, as last-minute tickets do occasionally get released there.
But our first stop every time is Get Your Guide for guided or self-guided options, as availability is often significantly better, even last minute. We booked our Rome trip for late May, which is peak season, no less, within 3 weeks of actually going. Not our finest planning moment. The official website was completely sold out by the time we checked, but Get Your Guide had availability for an incredible guided experience that included the upper levels, Roman Forum, and Palatine Hill, with an optional add-on for the arena floor, and similar experiences available with underground access.
Here's what made our guided experience worth every penny beyond just getting in. First, skip the line access. You'll still go through security, but in a dedicated tour group entrance rather than the general queue.
Saved us so much time. Next, a live guide. Instead of squinting at limited signage or scrolling through an audio guide, we had someone narrating the entire experience and answering questions in real time. For a site with this much history and so much to look at, that context and freedom made all the difference.
And arguably the biggest pro of this experience was having a defined time commitment. Rome is massive, and if your trip is anything like ours was, you only have a few days to see as much as possible.
With our guided experience, we knew our start time, we knew our end time, we knew that we were looking at around 3 to 4 hours in total, which left us another half day to keep exploring the city. Rome does have a few other things to see, by the way.
The only real con with guided experiences is their higher price. But when you consider how much you've already spent getting to Rome, maximizing every hour is so worth it.
So our recommendation, start with Get Your Guide, whether you're going guided or self-guided, but if you you can, do the guided experience. You'll see more, stress less, and still have time to see the rest of Rome.
Now, let's walk you through the actual experience we booked in case you want to try it for yourself.
Before we continue, this video is sponsored by Get Your Guide, the leading online gateway to more than 110,000 curated experiences in 150 countries. Even prior to partnering with Get Your Guide, we've been booking our travel experiences through them since about 2022. They've got everything from the well-known attractions, a lot of times with skip the line options, to off the beaten path, hidden gems in every place we've been so far. We've booked through both the website and mobile app, with both offering an effortless experience. We love having the ability to cancel up to 24 hours before, and a lot of times having the option to pay later, closer to the day of the experience. The Colosseum experiences we're sharing with you now can be booked via Get Your Guide using our unique links and discount code in the description. Booking through our link doesn't cost you anything and is a super easy way to help support us and our channel. Any and all support is greatly appreciated. Now let's get back to Rome. Our experience started directly above the Colosseum metro station, which by the way is a phenomenal photo spot, where we met up with our group, got set up with earpieces to hear our guide, and set off for the Colosseum.
We bypassed the general queue, went straight through security, and followed our guide up to the upper levels.
As we moved through the space, our guide brought the history to life, pausing occasionally to go deeper on specific details, and at one point giving us a crash course in basic gladiator training, a useful skill for everyday life.
We had about an hour and a half inside the Colosseum, which was plenty of time to explore 2 levels, soak in the architecture, and snap an obscene amount of photos.
After, we walked over to the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill, once the beating heart of ancient Rome, skipping the line on the way in. We made our way up the hill first, which gave us breathtaking views of the Forum, the surrounding city, and a gorgeous vantage point back towards the Colosseum.
We topped off our water at Rome's alleged purest drinking fountain, which we can neither confirm nor deny the purity claim, but it was genuinely delicious. Heading down into the Forum, our guide walked us through the political and religious significance of the space, giving history behind the temples, basilicas, and former government buildings, which now serve as a stunning open-air ruin.
Once the guided tour concluded here, we returned our headsets and were given free rein to explore the Forum and Hill for as long as we wanted, which we definitely took advantage of. The guided tour was about 3 hours, with the total experience lasting about 4 or 4.5 when you include the self-paced portion, which felt like the perfect amount of time.
Regardless of which ticket or experience you book, here's what you need to know before you go, rapid fire style.
First and foremost, don't be like us. Book as far in advance as possible to make sure you get the experience, day, and time you actually want.
If you have flexibility on timing, visit in the spring or fall. Crowds are still there. This is Rome after all, but nowhere near summer levels, and the weather is usually better.
Whatever season you visit, book a morning time slot. Entry queues back up as the day goes on, so a morning time slot is not only the most time efficient, but also gives you the most flexibility for the rest of the things you want to do in your day.
On that note, budget around 4 to 5 hours for the full experience, as there's a lot to take in between all the sites.
Tickets are issued in your name, so you'll need a valid government-issued photo ID with that same name on it at entry, so don't forget to bring those. Wear comfortable shoes, as the ground is ancient, uneven terrain and not a city sidewalk. Bring sunscreen and water, as most of this experience is unshaded and exposed. And bring a small bag, as oftentimes the larger bags are not permitted inside.
Cameras are welcomed and encouraged, but drones are not, so leave them at the hotel.
Finally, try to avoid buying tickets at the on-site box office, as lines can stretch up to 2 hours in length sometimes, and getting in is still not guaranteed.
Also, do not buy from anyone approaching you outside the Colosseum. Street vendors offering tickets or skip the line deals are usually a scam.
Similarly, there are countless fake websites designed to look like official sources, so make sure you're sticking to the official Colosseum website or our recommendation, Get Your Guide.
If you end up booking a Colosseum experience, please consider using one of our links below with our discount code.
It costs you nothing, but keeps us caffeinated to keep making more videos like this one. Feel free to ask questions and check out some of our other travel guides over here for more planning inspiration. Mamma mia!